Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is The Objective Jerk, and I am said jerk. Hope everybody's doing well. This is like the most podcast. No, that's not right. This is the most I've recorded in such a short period of time, in a long time. Probably since I think when I started doing this, I was all, I'm excited to do a podcast, and but things are just kind of crazy, and so I just kind of wanted to talk about some stuff. I don't know, it's crazy. Trump, the whole shooting, and, immediately, you have people, you always have, when things go on, things happen, people start jumping to conclusions right away, both sides, both good, both bad, even I did, but it was like, I saw the video and it was like, yeah, somebody tried to shoot him, people were like, oh, it was staged and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, I could get that. And that would maybe make sense if Trump was behind, but Trump was already winning. There's no need to stage it. And you can't stage somebody with a bullet whizzing by their head and then other people getting shot and dying. So that's staged, which I think most people, if not all, get that now. But it's like you'll see some posts like on Facebook or something, and what? Probably like, I don't know, at least half of the posts on there that aren't like your friend. Like, does anyone else seeing that? Like, we're just getting more and more crap. That's why I don't really get on too much, but I've been on more a little bit lately, but it's like I just want to see the posts from my friends. Maybe they're not on anymore. But I'm not seeing, it's like it seems like Facebook is pushing on, dude, I'm always getting crap for vegetarians and I don't know, just a bunch of crap that I'm like, I don't care about. Why am I seeing this? But we've seen a lot of like people just claiming that the whole thing was staged, and this has been a couple days later, so it's like it's clearly just trying to get some interaction, trying to get people to comment and stuff like that, because it's ridiculous. It's not, and if you even think that, then you're retarded straight up. So you're either retarded or you're just trying to be a troll, So, but yeah, that's kind of how it is. But through not researching it, but just going about my daily whatever, come across some things, and it's like I'm kind of at the point now where I do think that the whole thing was a conspiracy to get Trump. It wasn't just some crazy person who was influenced by the media, although I'm sure some of that played into it a little bit, but I think all in all, it was an individual who was coached and given the opportunity to, assassinate former and future President Trump. And the reason I came to this was, when they showed, you've seen, like, they've got videos now that show the people who saw the shooter. You saw the beginning, there was the guy who was talking about, we saw him, this and that. And they pointed him out and everything. And from the beginning, from when there's a video out there that somebody had put together, everybody's phone, whatever, and Trump's speech, and they put it together based off, because you can still hear his speech going, the people recording stuff on their phone, they can hear him talking, and they put it together, and it's 2 minutes from when the first time somebody saw the individual to when shots were fired at Trump. 2 whole minutes. Now, granted, it wasn't a cop that saw it at the beginning, but it's not too much from the beginning of those 2 minutes that somebody informs a police officer, you know? So you have that, right? And then when you think about, or you look at the layout of the area, and when I'm not an expert, you know, I wasn't Secret Service. I did some PSD, personal security training and various things like that, but and you know, I watched it in the line of fire. It's a funny one, right? No. But you know, when people, granted he's not the president right now, but you know, still there are people that are not the president for years. They retain Secret Service detail and stuff like that. But anyway, so he has a Secret Service detail. They know where he's going to be. So they will send people out to see all the danger zones, all the, you know, the angles, the threats, anything that could possibly happen. They go and they check that stuff out. And then they mitigate, whether they lock something, they secure something, they keep someone there as a guard, they put a sniper in that spot, whatever. So the fact that the roof of this building was left open is like, what? You know, there's some things where it's like, okay, one thing is like, that's crazy. But okay. But then you get 2 things and it's like, that's, you know, it's a coincidence, but but when you start getting 3 or more, then it's like, whoa, something's going on, you know? So you have the failure, which I think was done on purpose, because it's just, dude, even an idiot like myself would be able to, you know, hey, that's a possible threat. We need to have, at the very least, a police or somebody that's armed just standing up there, making sure nobody goes up on top of the roof. You know what I mean? And this guy grabbed a ladder. So it seems like he got some help. That's debatable. But what we do know is he got onto this roof, which he shouldn't have been able to. And was seen by people, and warnings were given. And it took 2 minutes. It took Trump getting shot at before they even did anything about it. You know? And then so that's fact, right? Now there's some talk about the guy saying that he was the Secret Service sniper or MO, and he was saying that there was somebody there and he was not given the green light, supposedly. That I don't know. I mean, if that's true, then that's like just another, okay, well then, you know, but that, you know, that's debatable, I guess, at this point. So there's that. The whole incident itself is just like ate up. Now, that alone, you could be like, okay, Secret Service messed up pretty bad, and you got some crazy dude that was able to get on top of the roof, which still, I mean, they only had like a couple days knowledge. Like just that alone, to me, and for a lot of people, they're like, yeah, there's something fishy going on, right? But it's, again, you know, it's just theories, right? And then, so for me, there's that, obviously. And then you have this dude or this kid, whatever you want to call him, who shot at a former president who's running for future president and is killed trying to shoot the former / future president, right? And a year ago, he is seen in a BlackRock ad. He's not like a main person in the ad, but he's in there. I mean, you can see him. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, it probably just looks like him. But no, when you see a still of it and you see it's the dude, it's him, like in a classroom, and he's there. So BlackRock was filming a commercial for something, and this kid is there, and everybody knows the whole thing with BlackRock, how they're involved in everything, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. And we all know who's like the CEO of BlackRock and just everything. If you don't know who BlackRock is, when you're done listening to this, look them up. Look them up like legitimately, and then look up the conspiracy theories of BlackRock. So like basically they have their hand in everything, okay? Because they literally have their hand in everything. Like they own so many companies and they have so much money riding on, you know, the BS that's going on right now. So it's kind of weird that an individual who was filming a commercial for BlackRock is now just got killed for shooting at Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Coincidence, maybe, but still, okay, it's just kind of, I don't know. Okay. To me, I think, you know, he, at that commercial shoot, met an individual that's involved in whatever, and maybe some kind of conversation came up and this and that, and he was basically flagged as a possible, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, not like a Manchurian candidate, but basically, but that's not what I'm trying to say. You know, just like the Born Identity movies, you know, how they got people all over the place just ready and waiting to do whatever they need to get done, right? Same kind of thing. But I mean, obviously they weren't just like, hey, let's keep your number and then we'll call you. They saw this individual, and I'm sure he's not the only one. There's probably hundreds of people like this that they see as a possible asset. That's the word I was trying to think of. And they groomed them, you know? So apparently he wasn't the greatest shot. He was part of like some kind of rifle shooting team or something like that. But, you know, they could take him to the range and teach him, try and improve his shooting and everything, because based on his background, knowing the kind of individuals. I mean, so I think he was used. I mean, obviously he chose to do it, but I mean, I don't think he would have done it if he wasn't approached by somebody involved with them. Does that make sense? So there's that too. It's like, okay, that's kind of crazy. And then the other thing, which this is kind of like, but still, you put it all together and it's like the dude, I mean, so like, I guess he registered as a Republican before he could even vote though. But anyway, but he donates to the Democratic Party, but that doesn't even matter. It's like, but I think it's funny though. I mean, this whole thing is sad, but what's weird, I guess, is this guy decides to shoot at the former / future president of the United States, right? And he happens to be wearing a shirt of a YouTube channel that is solely catered to firearms and training and various, you know, whatever, as much as you can get away with on YouTube regarding firearms, right? And those that don't know, YouTube censors and blocks crap loads of different channels, stuff that they don't want. So, I mean, I'm kind of even surprised there are any of those, but like, so you have that, which, okay. I mean, is it nothing? Maybe. But then, and then also, so then he's using an AR-15, which, you could argue, it's a lot more. You can break them down if you know how. You can break them down fairly easy to kind of transport them and then put it together. Maybe once he got on the roof, maybe he was able to put it together. And plus, even when they are put together, they're pretty small. But if you're seriously wanting, like if you're a serious individual who wants nothing more than to get that pink mist from an individual, you're not going to use an AR-15. You know what I mean? You would use a bolt action rifle, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, so when I heard that he had an AR-15, I was like, what? That's weird. So basically, I heard about the AR-15, the shirt he was wearing, and then, the BlackRock, and then last was so I kind of went the opposite order of how I kind of learned of it. So beginning AR-15, like it was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And then the shirt I thought was kind of strange. Like, so to me, it seems like the individuals who were, training this individual, who were, God, I'm Biden straight up. I'm like the conservative version of Biden, I swear. But handling, the person that's like handling them. So, they've been planning this for probably at least a year as a possible, this is what we're going to do. If things go south, we're going to use this dude to do what he tried to do. So get going on training him to shoot and various whatever, and they were hoping that they wouldn't have to, because, probably at the time Biden was leading and, all the crap hadn't happened. What I'm trying to say is, it just seems weird that they would pick that weapon and he'd wear that shirt. If it wasn't somebody trying to push a message or an agenda. I mean, look at what the left's trying to do. They're trying to, if they could, they'd get rid of the Second Amendment. They don't want people watching YouTube channels, showing weapons and this and that. So that's just that YouTube channel is probably going to be taken off of YouTube, I'm sure. I bet you they're going to lose their channel, or it's going to be demonetized or something. I bet within whatever. And then they got the AR-15 because they're trying so hard to get rid of the AR-15. They want to get that out of there. So, they were like, okay, if he gets shot and the guy's successful, they know he's going to get killed. They know. And maybe even if he doesn't, they got him, like the individual, he doesn't even know he's being handled or being trained. It's just, they have some person that acts like their friend and do what, so the kid or dude probably didn't even realize, and I think it's similar to Lee Harvey Oswald. He had some skill. He had some, the motive, I guess, politically, and you just had someone kind of push him and help him. And hey, you're going to go to the depository and you're going to, try and take out the president, not knowing there was other people there to hit the individual and take him out if he failed and take the fall anyway. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing here, I think, except that, they're like, if he takes him out, we win. If he doesn't, we can at least maybe make an argument for the Second Amendment AR-15 kind of crap that's going on. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to kill two birds with one stone, because it's like, I don't know. It's just weird that they, the shirt just seems a little convenient. Having the AR-15, like I said, is not ideal. I mean, you can totally, especially at that distance, an AR-15 is a great weapon. So, I mean, it's totally not, crazy to think that you couldn't use one, but it just seems I don't know. It's like the bullet that supposedly went through 2 people and 3 different whatever, and then it was perfect on the gurney. You know what I mean? It's just like, what? It's just it's just too much. So I don't know. That's kind of what I kind of noticed today. I felt like sharing. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Hit like, subscribe, all the crap. Like I said, there's a link on the Buzzsprout on the description. You can make a comment that way, or however you're watching this or listening to this, you can make comments on this and that. I don't normally post on YouTube, but I have been anyway. But I'm sure this one's going to get buried. But Rumble's better. I get more traction on Rumble. But anyway, let me know what you think about what I said. If you think I'm crazy, why? If you think I'm onto something, tell me why. And, all that good stuff. Anyway, appreciate your listening, and I hope you have a good one. See you next time. Bye-bye. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.